So I apologize for not taping our video this morning. Things just got so jumbled and crazy, and even in everything that I had prepared, it was just literally one thing after another, emergency after emergency, and I had to leave early because there was a farm emergency. So like literally, but I've had my 3 things. I think I've had more than my 3 things, but I'm done. I've had my 3 things. Your challenge was supposed to be to work on your preparedness. Because when we talk about being prepared for emergencies, we don't really think about it as a spiritual. And I've talked about this before, okay? But I haven't mentioned that there are religions that insist that you be prepared. The Mormon religion is one of the biggest. There are several reasons why. Obviously, they don't really have too many natural disasters in Utah. However, the whole point of being a Mormon is a tremendous amount of service given to community, given to other members, given to whoever. And the ability to be able to serve is directly impacted by how affected you are by things in your life. For instance, I'm driving home because there's a farm emergency. Dawn has to go to the farm. Graham almost was back in the hospital. Like it's been a heck of a day. And if I weren't prepared to do all this, I'd be in serious trouble. My backup babysitter, my sister, is currently on her way in case I'm not fast enough to get to the kids. So backups after backups, we have layers of plans. Your challenge this week is to get prepared, okay, for 3 days. 3 days worth of an emergency. You could take Florence, for example. Any kind of hurricane, any kind of earthquake, any kind of natural disaster, even a winter storm. Winter storms are more dangerous, obviously, especially when we talk about the elderly, kids, pets, and other people in need. That's why a lot of people give more. They donate more in the winter because people are more affected in the winter. I want to talk about the other side of it too, financial preparedness. Are you able to weather being out of work for 3 weeks? Can you see our theme of 3s? So your challenge is to make sure that you are physically prepared for a power outage for 3 days. That's it. That's all you need is food and water and tools for 3 days, okay? Not talking anything complicated. No chemical warfare. You don't need the hoods. You need food and water for 3 days. That means you don't have any power. So if you have a charcoal grill like we do, you can cook on your charcoal grill as long as you have ventilation. You can go outside and do it. We have a sun oven that I love to make brownies with in the winter because that just, it tickles me to be able to do that, to cook in the winter as long as the sun is out. If it's a rainy day, you might be charcoaling it out in the garage. If you're a propane grill, use a propane grill. But you have to have food, water, and some way to cook stuff, okay? If you have pets, you need to be able to take care of all of them, okay? So flashlights, lanterns, anyone that camps is pretty much already prepared for this, okay? People are like, we need MREs. No, you don't. You need 3 cans of SpaghettiOs and a box or 2 of Pop-Tarts, a bag of chips, and you're fine for 3 days. Not that much to ask, okay? Financial preparedness for 3 weeks. That means if you are out of work for 3 weeks, that's less than a month. Do you have enough financial savings to pay off the rest of your bills for the next 3 months? This is an extremely important point. Why? Because most people can't. Seriously. Almost everyone I know lives paycheck to paycheck. Mine, obviously, I'm in commissions, so I'm extremely sensitive to changes in my sales flow. And sometimes, like right now, I haven't worked much this summer, so my savings is extremely low. So if I broke my leg and were out of work for 3 weeks, I would be in serious trouble. Not, I'd be able to pay through the month. Would I be able to pay the next 2 months? Maybe. I might have to take a loan from like a family member, but what if I couldn't get a loan from a family member? What if they're like, you work in sales? How are you going to pay me back? And I'm like, you know what? I can't guarantee you that. Well, then maybe they won't lend me money. So I'm in trouble, right? something to think about. I also want you to go through and make sure that all of your emergency documents are easy to find. That means if you were to kick the bucket today, would someone, whoever it is, your kids, your sister, your mom, whoever it is, would they be able to come inside your house and find everything they need to pick up the pieces in a quickly and orderly fashion if you kicked the bucket tomorrow? I have a tremendous amount of paperwork because of Dean's Autism Services. I really probably have like an entire bookshelf's worth of paperwork. It's organized, but I know where everything is. If someone else were to come in, it would probably be really confusing. But everybody in my family knows that I keep a little suitcase safe under my bed. Doesn't have any money in it. It has all of the kids' medical documentation, all of their birth certificates, everything that someone would need if something happened to me. I would know that the kids are taken care of. Everything in that safe is up to date. Their doctor information, on their insurance information. I photocopied cards so that everything is all together. Make sense? Okay. Why is that important? If something happens to me, I know the kids are taken care of. And they're my priority. Always, always. As far as my bills go, everybody knows who my bank is. All they need is my information. And I think even my mom is on my main checking account. The kids both have savings accounts. So everybody knows where I bank. I have a main list that probably needs updating in my safe. But yeah, everything's all together. It's my mom on the way to the farm. And thank goodness my sister is here. So it may seem like a lot. It's not. Okay, but these are really important steps that you need to do. So please, please, please take this challenge as serious as I mean it. And I mean it pretty serious because I want everybody to be safe and taken care of in case of any emergency. So 3 days, food, water, tools, lanterns, flashlights, whatever you feel that you would need, board games in the case of a power outage. Some places get colder than others. You may have battery heated blankets, whatever it is that you would think you would need for an emergency for 3 days. Paying anything off, 3 weeks. Okay, in case of an emergency, you really should have 3 months worth of savings. But like I said, I used my savings for this summer, so my savings is dwindling. So I need to work to pick that up. And then the last thing is your paperwork. Financial documentation is imperative, especially knowing what I do. I know how important it is. So please, please, please check up on that. If you have any questions, I'm going to put some great resources. I'm trying to remember I can't remember the links, but I'll upload them following this. And thank you very much for your patience. It's been a heck of a Monday. I love you guys. Bye.